guys, Di here from Diane and welcome to Wowzza Wednesday. Well, this week I'm going to show you how to make this box. Now it lays flat so you can pop them away. I know we've done a flat folding box already this year, but this one's 3 by 3 inches square and it's 1.5 inches high. And I just thought it was a lovely box, great for all sorts of little things, like a nice bracelet if you're giving it to a friend or a wife or something like that. All sorts of different things. You can put chocolates in there, whatever you like. And they're great if you're doing them for craft fairs too, because they're great little boxes. And this is how that went. Let me pop that one another way. This is what it looks like. You can pop them away like this. And when you're ready to use it, you just thread your ribbon through and it's all done. Well, this is the one I did earlier, just so I could show you how easy it is. This is all folded, ready to go. So you would just fold that in, fold those in, bring those sides up, push those two sides down, and these ones up like this. Thread your ribbon, and away you go. That's how easy it is. So they are great for putting away for a rainy day, for those days when you want a project, you know, or something for someone, or if you're doing them for a craft fair, you could do them like this. Just pop your piece of ribbon in there and then just keep a couple on the side so they can see what they look like. They can pick out what colour they like and just show them how easy they fold together when they're ready to use them, which is so easy. I love it. It's just so easy. And unless you want to put a tag on it or something like that, you only need a few basic pieces, and it's a great way of using up some of your small pieces of designer series paper. Now I think I put those ones on upside down. Oh dearie me, I did too. Never mind, I can see what I did there. I thought I put them on the right way up, but I didn't. Never mind. I know who this one's for anyway, and I know that they won't notice it. As nasty as that sounds. Okay, so here's what you need. That's it. Now my piece of ribbon's a bit longer because that was the only piece I had left. So let me show you what you need. You need a piece of card that measures 11 inches by 8 inches. And you need 6 pieces of DSP. Now if you're like me and you've got a direction, I will show you which is the best way to put it on. And I'll make sure I put them on the correct way around this time. I did the sides, I did these bits right, I just did these ones wrong. I don't know, not thinking. Instead of me putting it that way and putting it on, I turned it and put it on this way. Never mind, I know what I did wrong. Okay, so let me show you. Oh, I forgot one thing to bring over here. I'll just go and grab that. Oops. Okay, I've got a hole punch here. Now I'm using a 1/8 of an inch punch. That's that side. But if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger, you can. So that's what we're going to be using today on top of this. This piece of ribbon, my piece is more than 16 inches long. Mine's, let's see, 6, 9, 10, over 25 inches long, but that's all I had left, so I'm going to cut it off as I go. Alright, so this is all we're going to need, along with a pencil and a ruler. So let me bring in my scoreboard, and we're going to score this on the long side, and making sure that we're using the small ball because we're on cardstock. We're going to score this at 1 inch. Oh, I feel like I've got a cobweb or something on me. I think it's just a hair. 2.5 inches. So let's do that again. 1 inch. Whoops. 1 inch. 2.5 inches. 4 inches. 7 inches. 8.5 inches. And 10 inches. We're going to turn this onto the short side, and we're going to score this again at the 1 inch mark. the 2.5 inch mark, the 5.5 inch, and the 7. So that's all the scoring we're going to do for a minute. I'll keep my scoring tool because we're going to need it. And I'm going to cut away, and I will mark it so you can see it on this. We're going to cut away this square, this square, this square. Same this end, this one, this one, this one. So we're leaving this long one in the middle, and we're going to do the same on the other end. Those 3 and those 3. So I hope you can see that on there. So it will look like this when we've done that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually, because I find it easier, I'm going to cut up this one to the first score line, and this one here, which is the 3rd score line along, and I'm going to do that on the other side as well. And I only found this easier because these are quite long bits to cut off. It is entirely up to you how you do this. I'm bringing in my trimmer, and I've only got a trim blade. I'm going to pop this in at the 1 inch mark and put this blade at the 4 inch mark, and I'm going to cut up so that I've cut that piece away, and it's nice and straight. Then I'm going to turn it over, pop it back in at the 1 inch mark again, bring that back down to the 4 inch mark, only because it's easier for me to see from this end. And once again, I'm going to cut that up there. Now I didn't quite get down into that corner, so I'll just snip that tiny bit there. There we go. Turning it over, doing the same once again. 1 inch mark. Let's move that so it moves into the 1 inch mark. There we go. Down to the 4 inch mark. And cut up. Turn it over. Bring it into the 1 inch mark again. Oops, come on, get in there. There we go. Down to the 4 inch mark. And cut it up once more. And then I've cut them up nicely. What I'm going to do is those bits can go in the bin. My trimmer can go down on the floor. Now we're going to just bring in our scoring tool and our ruler. And then we're going to look here, and we're going to see that we've got 1, 2, 3 sections on both ends. In this section here, we're going to score from this line here, which is where the join is there, up to this corner part. So we're scoring out from the centre, up to there, like so. Turn it, and we're going to do the same on all 4 of those corner pieces. I'm going to score up to the corner. Now I'm scoring pretty hard because I just find that it's easier if I do that. I find that I can fold it a lot better when I do it that way. Okay, come on. So now, let me pop my scoring tool, my ruler out. We've got all our score lines marked. So we're going to then fold and burnish. And I'm folding and burnishing along the long side first. For the simple reason is that the first one, the other way, I'm going to fold and burnish the opposite way. So now I'm going to turn this way up and fold the top one as a valley fold on both ends. I'm going to do that on both ends, and then I'm going to turn it over and fold the other as normal mountain folds. Once I've done that, I've got all my folds except for my diagonal folds done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that up, and I'm going to pull that back on an angle like that and fold and burnish it along there. Once I've done that, I'll do the next one. Bring that over, lift it up, fold and burnish it. This is the easiest way I found to do it. It doesn't mean it's the right way or the wrong way. So I fold it over to that line, fold this line up, and I get my fold nicely. I've got some dirt in there as well. Look. And once again, bring that one up, fold this one out like so. Let me move this one straight. Come on, straighten up. There we go. And I can fold and burnish that one as well then. Okay, so once I've done that now, I've got all my folds all ready to go. So this is now ready to fold in. Stand up there, you. They just help to hold the shape of the box nicely. Fold that in, and that one comes back. Fold that one in, that one comes back, and we've got our shape. Look at that. See, that's our box, that's it. But we're going to put our DSP on there. So what we're going to do, so I'm going to get my DSP, and I've got to work out that this is the right way up. Okay, so that's the right way up, or for those flowers it is. So I'm going to start at the top with that facing me, and I'm going to put it so that these are the correct way for me to see them. And let me pull the bit of dry glue off the top of my ink pot, and I'm going to glue these. Oh, maybe I should put that side on. No, we're going to put this side on. Okay. It is extremely warm outside today. So starting at the top, this line here is the base of the box. So we want them the correct way up along this line here. And that is where I went wrong with the other one. And once again, the correct way up like so. So now I'm going to turn the box all the way around the other way and put the other two on with the correct way facing me. Okay. Oops. Come on, come here. So with that image facing me, if you've got a non-directional, that's fine. But if you've got a directional, you just need to make sure that you're working in the top area of the paper and your picture is facing you. So we're going to turn it to the side, and we're going to do the same again. So we're going to look at the top area of this card, and we're going to put it so that my image is the correct way up. And then we're going to turn it all the way around so that, again, my image is going to be the correct way up. Now this one's a weird one, this piece, so I don't think it really matters which way up I put this one. But we will keep it as near as possible to everything else. Okay. Once we've done that, I'm just going to make sure they're down nice and tight. I don't know if I told you the measurements for them. They are 2 3/4 inches by 1/4 of an inch. I'm not sure if I told you or not, but if I didn't, I've told you now. 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. Okay. Now that that's done, we're going to just fold in our two edges like so. And I'm going to start, it doesn't matter whether you start at the top or the bottom, bringing in my ruler, and I'm going to mark this at 1 inch in. Just a little dot, 1 inch in from each end, like so. And then I'm going to do the same at this end with a 1 inch in, about a 1/2 inch down. Like so. Just 4 little dots on the corners. So I've set this up on this is the 1/8 of an inch mark, so that it is 1/2 inch in on this section here. Otherwise you will have to make sure that you put across where you exactly want it. And we're going to bring this in, and now I can see that that's not going to line up right where I want it because of it's that tiny little bit above that mark, but that's okay. I can line that up visually, and once I've done that, I can just rub off anything that's showing. Once I've done that end, turn it around and do exactly the same on the other end. Oops, get over there. And again there, like so. Let's move those bits out of the way, and once again I will rub those out because I put them like more than 1/2 inch high. So once we've done that, we can fold our box up, in, up the sides, make sure they're nice up there, in, back, in, back. Our holes will match up, and we can just now pop our ribbon through these holes if you can. I'm going to use my thingy here to pull it through. Because I'm going to cut some of this off, I'm not worried that it's a bit longer than I need. Okay, so I'm going to tie this off into a nice knot, how we would do a normal ribbon. And because I'm on my own and I've got nobody to put their finger on the things, I'm going to hold that either side like so and bring in my tweezers to hold it together so that I can actually tie a nice bow. Once I'm happy with that, pull that out, pull that nice and tight. Come on, tight, there we go. Bring that back because I don't need it quite so big. And I can just trim off the excess. And that's our box. What do you think? It's a really easy little project. I haven't cut the ribbon for the other one, but I will do it, and when I photograph these you will see all 3 of them. I think it's a lovely little box, and I can see myself filling this with sweets for someone, or something like that. This one I've opened it again, so this is why it's not sitting real tight down. Otherwise, when you fold it down tight like so, hold that ribbon around like that, pop your tweezers on to hold it nice and tight. You can fold your ribbon, there we go, look at that. That's better. That's a lovely one. And they fold down quite nicely, and as I say, for storing them until you're ready to use them, lay them flat. Great idea for a craft fair. Lovely idea. You could make a tag to go with them if you wanted to, but you don't have to. I mean, they're just nice as they are. But if you wanted to make a nice little tag, or you wanted to put some flowers or something on the front, you could do that too. I've left that entirely up to everybody. Embellish them how you like, if you like. And I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, and you'd like the written tutorial for this box, let me pop them out of the way. Please head over to Di's Den for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorial. Let me pop that one on them on that way. Maybe you can see them a little bit better. Maybe if I pop, nope. There we go. Maybe a bit. Head over to Di's Den for Stamping, Crafting Tutorials. You'll find the link down below here. That's my Facebook group, and you'll find a written tutorial PDF format for these. And if you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe so you don't miss any more projects. And I will see you on Sunday, because this is a Wednesday Wowzza project, or Wowzza Wednesday project. So I will see you then. Bye for now.